Hi everybody, welcome back to my mini homestead, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful white royal icing so that you can decorate your cookies. Stay tuned. Alright, it is time to get our icing or our royal icing done for our sugar cookies, and what we need is 1 kilogram, I'm in Canada, 1 kilogram of icing sugar. We're going to use 2/3 cup of warm water, 6 tablespoons of meringue, and I like the Wilton. It's just a really nice one. A couple teaspoons of vanilla, and then I add some white coloring to it, just so it's nice and white when you're working on it, and sometimes it grabs the color really well as well when you're working next to other colors. So we're gonna get started with this. And I kind of do the same thing that I did with my cookie dough. Let's just go a little bit higher here for you guys. There we go. And I'm just gonna get my bag of icing out and cut the corner off. And if I have leftover icing, not a big deal. I just keep it in a bowl in the fridge, and when I need it, I just whip it back up again. You have to whip it up again before using it. You can leave it out overnight on the counter with a damp tea towel over top of it. So there we go. It's all in there. And now I'm gonna add in my 6 tablespoons of meringue. 1, 2, 3, whoops, come on, 4, 5, and 6. So we got all of our meringue in. Whoopsie, gonna knock you guys over. Just move that out there. So we got our meringue in, and I am just gonna take my little paddle here, because this is what I'm using with my mixer, and I just mix in, semi-mix I should say, the meringue in with that. In goes my water. And then dust that off. And like I said, ooh, you can just see it. Look at it just sink right down in there. It's absorbing all that water. And then about 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And you can put any kind of flavoring in here, but even when I put in a different kind of flavoring, I actually put in vanilla as well. It just sort of enhances the flavor. And then I'm just gonna put some, there we go, white food coloring in. So I'm just gonna mix this together, and then this is how you don't get that icing flying all over the place. You know, you don't have to put a tea towel over top of it or a cover or anything like that. And I just give it a mix till it's almost mixed in. We got some lumps in there. It'll take care of that when we get it going. And let's take it over to the mixer. Kind of work it so we don't get the shadows in, but having a little bit of problems with that. So I'm gonna turn it on low and let it smooth itself out. But see, no cloud of powdered sugar everywhere. So just like the cookies, use the paddle attachment to mix that in, and it just saves you. I mean, you don't have your whole kitchen to clean up from it. So now I can see that it's incorporated really well. I am gonna turn it on medium to medium high, and I'm gonna let it blend for 5 minutes. So we'll be back when that is done. Just look at how nice and fluffy that is. Let's turn it down. And also, I mean, it's so nice and white. So I got out my special paddle, baked with love. And I'm gonna take it out. I mean, just look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It is so nice, fluffy. And see what the white, like just adding that white coloring to it, made it so, just snow white. This is gonna look so pretty on the heart cookies. I'm just gonna clean this all up, and then I'm gonna put it in a bowl, and we'll move back to the table. So here we have all my icing. Now this is really stiff at this point. So what I have to do is thin it down with some water to get it to flood consistency. And I've already posted a video on how to do that, and it walks you through it. It takes you through the whole process. I filmed absolutely everything so you get all the steps, because it's not necessarily easy to make a flood consistency icing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a bunch out of here so that I can thin it down in here. And I'll show you just the first part of it. And then I'll use this for some of my coloring as well. The only thing with that is sometimes when you add a color to it, it can thin it down a bit more than you want, but we'll go from there. Hang on, I forgot my water. So I've got my water, and all I do is I have a spray bottle. Here, let's move that out. I have a spray bottle that I use to spray water into it. And then I have one of my little mini spatulas. That's what it's called, a mini spatula. So you just spray water into it, and I'm working towards getting a 15-second icing, and that just means it'll fall back in on itself in 15 minutes. So like I said, I'm not going to show the whole process for that because I've already got a video showing you that, but we will be back as soon as I have this to flood consistency, and we'll start decorating those cookies. So here's my icing, and I've been adding water to it, like just spritzing it in for probably the last 5-7 minutes. And now what I'm doing is I'm looking for air bubbles, and I'm just sort of gently moving through it, because when you beat it, the beater adds a lot of air bubbles to it. So the more you get out before you start icing your cookies, the better. And you can tell my icing is a lot looser. It just pours off my spoon now, where before you couldn't even hardly shake it off. So what I'm looking for, and if you go and watch my other video, I'm looking for what's called a 15-second icing. And what that means is when you lift this up and you drag it across, that icing should disappear in 15 seconds. So you just count in your head till you hit 15 seconds, and it should be absolutely flat. And I'm almost to that stage. So this is where I want to take some of this icing out, because I want some red for my flowers that are for how I'm going to be decorating. This cookie's going to be white and red, so I want to take some of that out now. I'm just grabbing a smaller bowl, and I'm going to pour some in here. And I'm going to be using it for the strawberries that we're going to be making, as well as the hearts. So I'll just, I'm guesstimating at what I want. So now it is time to color this a nice red. So what I use, get that out of the way. So I just started using AmeriColor, and it is a soft gel paste. I just got red on me because I had to take the lid off of it because it's brand new. So let's put a couple drops in and color this up and see how much it's gonna, oh, no, it was gel. There's no liquid in there, so whoops. So let's throw that in there. It's always best to start off with less because you can always add more. But if you put in too much, then you have to use more icing to try to calm down the color. And so I'll just mix this up till we get it blended in. And I'm gonna need more, I can tell. And this also is a color or a product that does keep its color, which is nice, or darkens up a little, sort of like paint, get a little bit darker. Whoops, let's see if that's too much. All right, so I'm just gonna keep mixing and adding until I get to the red color that I want. So I've gotten it to the color red that I want to have. So now I'm just gonna check and see if it is at my 15-second icing or not. And that's why I didn't want to be 15 seconds and then add the gel, because the gel could thin it out as well. So now I'm just going to scoop up a bit, wait for a flat area, and then I'm just going to draw a line across it, and then I'm going to count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, it's just a little. So I'm just gonna give it a little squirt. And it doesn't seem like much water, but it really can change it. And the more that you do this, the more you get used to it. So, of what you want for when it's gonna pour. And you can still see I'm getting some air bubbles, but it's a lot less than what I had before. So, I just go across, get a big clump. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, we need more. And this is the part where you have to be patient, because having the right texture or flow with your icing makes all the difference when you are decorating that cookie. And it just, like, sometimes it takes some time, so I just be patient. You will get there. And I can usually tell even before I get to 15 if I'm on the right track or not. I am almost there. And if you get too runny, you can always add a little bit of icing sugar to it, or just the thicker icing is what I usually use. Okay, so I know I'm good. Hi everybody, I hope you found this video informative and that it's going to help you in your cookie decorating dreams. Just let me show you the cookies that we're going to be decorating in the next couple of videos. So here are the 3 different sugar cookies that I'm going to be decorating for Valentine's. And this is our beginner one right here in the center. This one I call our intermediate one. And then this cookie here is our advanced cookie. So you can jump to whichever video you want. Be sure and check out my playlist for sugar cookies, because I also have how to create the best flood icing in there for decorating your cookies. All right, thanks for watching. Be sure to click on the like button. Also click on the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And watch out for the new videos that I will have coming in a few weeks. I'll be posting some really simple cookies for Easter. You're not going to even need a cookie cutter to make these ones. So see you in the next video. Bye for now.